Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Wonder Woman figure from SH Figuarts. And here's the box. Doesn't have a clear window or anything, it's just graphics all over the box. And on the back, a couple of pictures, and let's get into it. Alright, so here's what you get outside the packaging. First, we have the figure, and then we have another head sculpt with the helmet on, and then we have a separate hairpiece, and then we have the lasso, the wings connector, and then a bunch of hands, and then a lasso clip. And over on the second tray, we have attachment. We have wings, separate pieces of wings, and then we have two bases. They're both translucent. And here we have Wonder Woman taken out of the trays. All the accessories you can see here all laid out, and let's take a look at the figure first. The head sculpt is pretty much the same as the 1984 regular version. The head sculpt is almost identical, minus the headdress. And then you can see the outfit. It is somewhat of a reflective material. The gold color is very pretty. I like it. It's not mirror finish, but I'm okay with that. And then here's the other head sculpt. Really good likeness to Gal Gadot. I think it looks fantastic. And there's that hairpiece. Let me attach some of the wings to show you what she looks like with them on. Well, let me go over articulation. Alright, so as far as articulation, the head is on a ball joint, and the hairpiece, this time around, this piece, it's on a hinge. It's on a little hinge, moving up instead of a separate piece, a free-folding piece. This is not anymore, so it's on a hinge, so it goes up and down, which allows you to have her move her head around without any issues. So, and then this piece back here is a free-floating piece attached to the neck section. So let's put that. Let's lift that up so I could show articulation a little bit better. And the shoulders, it is on a butterfly joint. Back here you can see. Oops, sorry. This whole section. There's the butterfly joint, and then the shoulder pad is actually on a ball joint that's attached to the arm, and it extends out, and you could actually pull it back in. Gives her a little more range of motion. See how right now it extends out because there's a little hinge, and then it's attached with the ball joint. Then you could push this back in, give her armor a little bit less separation between the shoulder and the torso. And then as for the arms, let's see, this is on a ball joint. There is barely any swivel for the bicep. Then there's a single jointed elbow, but it gives you over 90 degrees, which is nice. And then she has ball hinge wrists. Then as for the torso, this piece right here, the top is on a ball joint, and then same with the waist. It's also on the ball joint, so she could do crunch a little bit, arch quite a bit, and then the legs, they're on ball joints right here, there, and the legs can be lowered, I would imagine, or no, it cannot be lowered this time around. No, it cannot be lowered. Let's see, this side is a little looser than this side for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's just how it is. And then the knees, double joint, can bend like that. And then you can see here, ball hinge ankle, and then there's toes articulation. So pretty much your standard SHF figures as far as articulation. Gotta be a little bit careful with the armor because it does tend to scratch quite easily. So if you might want to be a little bit more careful with this figure than any other SHF figures. that you own. And as far as attaching the wings, let me take her head off first. Once you take the head off, you can see right here. Here's what I'm talking about, the hinge right there. It goes up and down, that hairpiece. And then here's that free-floating hairpiece back here. So you just remove that. And you could attach the helmet head on, like so. This piece does stick out a little bit. It's meant for the wings to be on, so right now it looks a little weird like that. There's a huge gap behind her. But here's what she looks like with the helmet on. Really pretty. I like this head sculpt quite a bit. Really nice. And to attach the wings, first you see back here there are two peg holes, and then with this piece here there are two pegs down here. Then all you have to do is just pop those two in, two pieces, and you should be able to attach on quite easily. Okay, let's attach, and there, and you can lower her hair like so to give her that look with the hair piece on. So it's supposed to be like that. And before I put the wing pieces on, just want to show you guys that there are articulation points on this piece as well. So it extends out like so, and then you could go up and down a little bit, so it expands out the wings if you so choose to, and collapse that back down like so. So there are some movement here, which is nice. Alright, so there are a couple of ways you could attach these wings to her and make her look good. It all depends on how you want the wings to be displayed. Do you want them extend out completely, collapsed in and folded, or however you want? There are certain ways, there are definitely different ways of attaching these to the base section in order to achieve that. So if you want something like this, all you have to do is just attach the two large pieces, and I attach them backwards, so you can see the curve. It's up like that, it's up like that on both sides, and the wings are kind of tucked in a little bit back here, so it allows you to get this sort of look. If you wanted to display her like this, you could, when it's completely folded in, I don't think you could do that pose. Let me see. And I went ahead and flipped the wings around, so now it's curved inward instead of outward. So that's as close as I could get for her to tuck in those wings. It's about like that. So that's pretty. I like it. And then from the side, you can see something like that. And on the back, you can kind of see it's like that. So maybe I could tuck that in a little bit more, or maybe not. Like that. So somewhat tucked in like that. And from the back, looks pretty nice. I like it. And from the front, yeah, it looks like that. I like that. I like that look a lot. Yeah, so for standing on the shelf, maybe like this, something like this. And then if you want, you are always welcome to attach the second set, which goes in here to expand out her wings. So let me do that. Okay, and there you go, with all the wing pieces attached. And you will have to utilize the two bases this figure gave you to prop up the wings, because they are huge. And she looks great. Look at that. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And to collapse the wings, yeah, I most likely will just have her. No, I will probably have her without the wings and with the regular hairpiece when she's on display. But this is a great look for her too. And here's a look at her from the back. And honestly, I don't think there's a wrong way of doing the wings. It's just a matter of how you want the wings to be folded. That's all. And if you're looking for this folded in look, the completely folded in look, you would have to reattach these two outer pieces. You have to pop them off and then realign them at a corner angle, and then reattach them, because there are certain spots that these will get, these won't move, because there are angles around here, and which limits the articulation of these wings. There are certain angles around the hinge joint, which limits the range of motion. So once you get to this point, you can see it won't go anymore. Don't force it. You would want to unplug this piece, pull it out, and then tilt it in a different angle, and then reinsert this piece for it to be able to expand out. So just something to keep an eye on when you are messing with this figure, because it is a very pretty figure, but you gotta be super fragile about it, because this plated material, it will get scratched. Mine already got scratched, and yeah, so gotta be super careful with it. And if you want to switch out her hairpiece, bottom down here, there's a peg. Oh, not this one. This is on a ball hinge as well. So that very last piece, you need to unplug this right there, and then you just need to plug this piece on. Plug this piece right in there, and say here's the figure, and then now the hair. Whoops. Now the hair is wrapped around her. So now you got part of it up front and then part of it on the side. So that's very nice. I like that look. Really nice. And here's another look. I took the in-between piece off, and just having the large and the connector back piece together, and there you have it. And then you could use the base, because it has a little hook section right up here, so you could just attach that to the back side and prop her up that way. So all you need is one post on the back, and there you go. It doesn't plug into anything. It's just lifting the back piece up. Kind of see it back there, right there. So yeah, let's get a close up on the sculpts. And here's that beautiful head sculpt. And that armor, really pretty. I know Mayfix is making one as well, but with this one, I think I'm okay with. I'm okay with just having the SHF version, and that should be it for me. And here's a comparison with the two Wonder Woman, the 1984 Wonder Woman. And here's a direct side-by-side comparison between the two head sculpts. Yeah, I think they're identical, minus the headdress. And the hair pieces, this time around they're attached, they're glued down. While this one, the front portion, it's a removable piece, because it has a second face where you can switch it out. But this one does not, so there's no removable part on this one. So there you have it, the 1984 Wonder Woman, the golden armor, and there you go. It set me back about 109, I believe. It's pretty expensive actually, but I like it. I like Wonder Woman. The film didn't do too well. I didn't like it that well either. I like the first one more, but figure-wise, I really like the look of this one too. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Okay, actually, the original version, the regular outfit Wonder Woman, also has a hinge here on the first on the hairpiece here. Also has a hinge. It's just that this whole section was removable back then, that version. But this piece is also on a hinge for the other version. So yeah, just wanna correct that. And here's one more option. If you want her to have the helmet on, but not the wings, you could always leave the free-floating hairpiece on, and then just remove everything else. Remove that chunk of hair extension that she has with this helmet. Remove everything, and then just leave the free-floating hairpiece, and pop the head on, and she looks quite nice this way too. Look at that. Floats quite well. And you have that new look too.